Hello and welcome to the Elemental Entrepreneurship Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah, and today I want to talk to you about the most expensive thing in your business. It is costing you money. It is costing you time. It is costing you mental and emotional energy. And it is self-doubt. It is a lack of trust. I want to ask you to consider the following questions and really consider them in a deep way. What would change in your business if you had absolute trust in your own decision making? What would change in your business? What would change in your life? What would change in your day-to-day experience if you had absolute trust in your systems that they could run and support you so that you could step away from your business or go on sick leave or maternity leave or take the summer off and know that everything would just run without you touching it? What would change? How would it be different? What would change if you absolutely trusted your following and your audience? If you trusted them to show up, to engage, to buy, to support your work, if you trusted them to follow through, if you had absolute trust in your people, what would change? What would change if you had absolute trust in your voice, in what you wanted to say and how you wanted to say it? If you believed that it would land and connect with the people it was meant to connect with, and land you the clients it was meant to land you, and reach the people it was meant to reach. What would change if you absolutely trusted the universe, God, source, so you never panicked or spiraled in the space between launching and landing? What would change in your life? How would you be different? How would your day-to-day feelings be different? How would your day-to-day experience be different if you absolutely trusted your inner guidance? All your choices, all your nudges about where to go and what to do, if you just had absolute trust in following them and you could move at the speed of your intuition, what would change? How would it be different if you had absolute trust in your body to always be sensing and feeling into what you need and therefore what to do and which way to go? I hope you're picturing it. I hope you're already starting to feel like, holy shit, damn, that would be a different experience. Wow, my life would be different. My day would be different. My experience of running business would be different. This is the version of you that we build inside Powerhouse Mastermind. The version of you who trusts yourself, your systems, your body, your voice, your message, your brand, your offers, your people, your path. This is where you become that version of yourself. First, through your decision to do the work. Yes, I'm joining this program. Yes, I am getting this help. Yes, I'm going to do this work. And then we build that version of you every day together. That's what we're doing in here. That is the work. I want you to consider how much time would be freed up in your life if you had this absolute trust in these things? How much mental space would be freed up? Because if you have absolute trust in your decisions, then all of the time that currently is getting spent second guessing, doubting things, worrying, ruminating, searching for answers, looking for clarity, doubting that your strategy is going to work, switching things up, having conversations with friends and other people about what you should do, all of that gets cleared up. Now, all of those resources are free. What could you do with that time and that mental space? How would your emotional weather be if you had absolute trust? No clouds of self-doubt rolling in and spiraling and leading you into self-esteem crumbles. No overwhelming panic, no losing sleep, no up all night worrying that money's not going to come because you trust your people and you trust your audience and you trust money and you trust your messaging and you trust your voice and you trust customers and you trust God. So there's no panic. How would your emotional weather be different? How much of your week is currently tied up in those emotions? And what would it be like if that was gone? How would your body feel different if you didn't carry any stress or any overwhelm or any second guessing or any self-doubt, or at least not a majority of the time? Rare glimpses for short period of times, and you know what to do when it happens. How would your body feel different? Right now, do you always have a little bit of a knot in your stomach? Or do you spend a certain number of times a week going through waves of panic in your body? Is your butt always a little bit clenched? Is your throat always a little bit tight? Do you tend to be a little clenchy in your body because you're worried? What would it be like if that wasn't there? How would you feel different on the day-to-day if you were a person who had absolute trust in yourself, in your intuition, in your body, in your decision-making, in your leadership, in your messaging, in your voice, in money, in your audience, in the invisible to support all that you're building? How would that be different? Is that trust something that can be outsourced? Can you buy a course that's going to give you that? I don't think you can. I've never found one. And if you don't currently have that trust, what does it cost you not to have it? How much time is it costing you? How much creativity? How much energy? How much happiness? How much money is being wasted? These are the questions I was thinking about today as I was thinking about what I wanted to say to you about Powerhouse Mastermind, since the doors are closing in 4 days. Yes, I can talk to you about program features and benefits, and I can talk to you about the inner work dashboard, and I can talk to you about the monthly CEO growth report, and I can talk to you about how many calls it is, and I can talk to you about our Slack group. I can totally talk to you about all that. But you can read that on the program page. And what I'm really interested in talking to you about at this point is the person you become by doing this work. Yes, we will build you the systems so that you can have absolute faith in your systems to hold you so that you can step away from the business and things can run without you. That will happen. But we will also build you the internal systems to become the person who trusts yourself so that all of the current time, emotions, effort, and energy that is leaked from you into doubt and second guessing and worrying and catastrophizing and telling yourself terrible stories about what if it doesn't all work out and maybe you should lower your prices and what if the market crashes and what if nobody buys ever again and what if nobody likes you? All of it's gone. All of it's gone. What is your life like when all of that is gone? What is it like when no part of you feels tempted to overgive or over-deliver or undervalue your own work or your own brilliance or your own time or your own expertise? What changes? When all of that is gone and all those resources are freed up, right? Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can just be transferred. You're currently using it to torture yourself and make yourself feel bad, and to doubt your business, and to doubt yourself. When all of that is freed up, all of that energy is now available for creativity, for serving your people, for play and receiving and ease. Who will you be as that person? Can you even imagine them right now? What is that person like? And do you want to meet them? Because I really do. Powerhouse Mastermind doors are closing on Saturday. I have been inviting you for 3 months. And now it is time to get off the fence. It is time to say yes to this work. It is time for you to change your life from the inside out and change your business from the inside out and build the network of support and structure, the fascia, the structural integrity, the internal and external netting to hold you so that you can flourish. We do this together for a year. It's $9,999 for the year, which is less than $200 a week. That is an insane deal. There are payment plans. There's Klarna. If you need a payment plan that isn't listed on the application, just let me know and we'll figure it out. We'll figure out what you need and we'll make that happen for you. If you want to pay a chunk up front and have a lower payment plan, if you want to pay half up front and half next month, like whatever, if you have a way that you need to do it to make it work for you, indicate that on your application or DM me or email me, intuitiveedgecoaching@gmail.com. Let me know what you need and we will make it happen. If you have questions about whether or not Powerhouse Mastermind is right for you, I've had some people say they're worried they don't make enough money yet. I've had some people say they're worried that they're not far enough along in their business yet. Reach out to me and let me know what your concerns are. You can DM me, you can email me, or you can just put that in your application and I will respond to you and we can have a conversation about it. You have nothing to lose by applying. It doesn't obligate you to anything. It just gets the conversation rolling. Get in here. If you are listening to this, as this is falling into your ear holes, I'm talking to you personally. I am inviting you personally. I want you here personally. You apply at www.intuitiveedgecoaching.com/powerhouse. If anything in your body is resonating and ringing and saying, this is the move for me, I need this, trust it. Get in here. Let's make it happen. Okay, love you. Bye.
That's our episode for today. Thank you, as always, for being here and for listening to the podcast. I know there are so many things that you could be doing with your time, so many things you could be listening to. It is an honor that you choose to be here. Connect with me on Instagram at Intuitive Edge Coaching. Have a great day.